Eagles get it back. We're going to run some clock, or maybe throw the dagger.
What's up, Birds fans? Welcome back to the season premiere of the Squawking Eagles Podcast. I'm your host, Mike, and I'm joined by Miguel.
We back, baby. Let's go.
Does it feel good to be back?
I mean, we're back, but the season's not
right now. Well,
back.
This is Thursday. It's a Thursday in March. Today's the first day of March Madness, which it has been pretty mad.
More importantly, the last day of winter.
The last day of winter. Okay, tomorrow is the beginning of spring. I like that. It's been a long ass winter.
It sure has.
So we're kicking off tonight. We can smell the practice facilities at the link, and to be honest, the Eagles limped out of 2025 out of a wild card loss, and that was January. It seems like forever ago at this point, and it's only the end of March, well, middle of March. So, yeah. How was your winter?
Despite the two significant snowstorms that I've seen in the last 20 years of life, falling, it's been pretty good, man. I gotta admit, I think this is the point in time where I realized how much football has an impact on my life, because I don't think I've seen my brother or my cousins, who I usually see almost every weekend for football games.
Right.
I haven't seen them since the Super Bowl, since the Benito Bowl. So it's been about a month and a half since I've seen any of them. So
yeah, it's pretty weird, right?
Yeah. It's almost like we went into hibernation for the last 2 months. Everybody just started working. Everybody's working on their blessings, with their families and their babies and all that stuff. So
yeah. It's been a while. It's been like that. It kind of. Even with Instagram, I've kind of just stopped watching and looking at stuff, making things up. No more content. I kind of just went quiet for a while. I'll send my reels to you, and then but that's about it.
Yeah.
No posting. Like a lot of other pages, Maple Towns, they're putting out stuff. Good. Was it Go Birds News? They keep putting out stuff and collabing with us, so it's keeping us in the algorithm. It's like we're reaching that's the offseason. We're reaching 1.1 million people this past month. This past month.
Nice.
So, and it's these guys are just keep collabing. I keep accepting. Yes, because they're kind of doing the work for me. And I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Hey, those 1.1. If you're listening to this podcast, please click subscribe and like and follow and all that shit on YouTube, Instagram, and wherever we're at, on Spotify. Please help us out. We're trying to monetize this.
Yeah, and now, to be honest with you, Miguel, it's just you and I now. I don't know what happened to Mark.
Yeah.
I know Deuce is busy now. He says he's got stuff in the works. I don't know what the heck that means.
Hey, listen, man.
But here we are.
We both went into this knowing that we are two sports fans, because we've been sports fans since we've known each other since the fifth grade. So I'm here for the long haul with you, buddy. As long as you're doing it, I'm here to ride with you. Thelma and Louise.
I love it.
Let's hold hands and jump off that cliff together, my friend.
Well, okay, we're here, year 5. And finally, we're in a year now, and then we're kind of we're on a script here now. Our episodes are going to be script based, so we don't lose our way, and we don't get out of track. So, going into segment number 1, the coaching. We're calling this segment the coaching shakeup.
The coaching shakeup.
Yeah. So we have a whole new coaching staff. Stoutland is out. We have a new offensive coordinator. So the big one is Jeff Stoutland is out. He's on the sidelines. He's retired. He's been replaced by Chris Cooper. He's setting up. Those are huge shoes to fill, right? Huge shoes. But you can't also overestimate how much Stoutland meant to this city and Stoutland University era of this offensive line. Do you think Cooper can keep Jalen Hurts upright and get Saquon Barkley running through that line like he did in 2024?
Well, that depends. What are we going to do with the offensive line? Who's coming back? Who are we picking up? Because as you know, we've had a depleted offensive line this last year. A lot of people injured. A lot of people not playing up to their caliber. You know, Mailata had a down year this year. Lane Johnson's been hurt all season. Jurgens in and out. Dickerson questionable. And you already know how I feel about Steen. So
yeah,
we need replacement for him. So
we'll jump into some free agents that Eagles have acquired, and I feel like they should acquire. Some shoes that have to be filled is that this offensive coordinator Sean Mannion is going to come in here, and he's going to fix something, because last year the offense ran like three kinds of plays. It was stagnant for most of the season. And so it's simple. His job is to make Jalen Hurts a dual threat quarterback again. He didn't, Jalen Hurts didn't run the ball, and have Saquon Barkley run for 2,000 yards. It's that simple, right?
Yeah.
Simple, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's so simple that I think Howie Roseman brought in another offensive coordinator to kind of help him out as well, even though he gave him like a different title.
Yeah,
he's still interviewed as offensive coordinator. They just happened to take Mannion over this gentleman, and this gentleman was still, I forget his name right now, so that's why I call him gentleman.
Yeah.
But they brought him in to be.
I think his name's Jared Johnson. I think there's Jared Johnson.
Yeah. I'm not good with names. I need to start writing this shit down.
That's all right. That's a good.
Yeah, there's the first curse word of the season.
It goes right into the jar.
Yeah.
I think Sean Mannion is going to be scrutinized, like as I think every offensive coordinator in the NFL, the Eagles era, is going to be. I was in the toy store the other day with my kids, and there was a guy standing in a corner with a Love Hurts sweatshirt on and a Eagles hat. And I said, "Go Birds!" He said, "Go Birds back!" And I started talking to him, and he started talking to me about AJ Brown, and what should we do with him? What should the offense? He's tired of AJ Brown. He doesn't want to hear it. And I said, I'm like, how old are you? And he was like 27 or 28 years old. I'm like, you didn't live through what it was like when there was no AJ Brown to talk about. You didn't live through this life where the Eagles are just bad, very bad. I'm like, do you know who Rich Kotite is? He's like, no. I was like, do you know who Bubby Brister is? He's like, no. I'm like, you're living it well. You're living high on the horse. 2 Super Bowls in 8 years. That's pretty nice.
Right. That's the golden era.
I was 37 years old when they first got their first Super Bowl.
Right.
This guy was 17 when they got their first Super Bowl. Come on. So I think that Eagles fans, young and old, want the Eagles to succeed, and I think this Sean Mannion is going to definitely do that.
Yeah, I agree. But he's going to have to make an impact quickly, because if you allow these us Philadelphia fans to be able to predict or see that your offense is too vanilla or too predictable, he's going to have a long season in front of him, because he's going to hear it. And I'm sure, Howie's going to be on him. Hopefully Nick Sirianni is in his ear. And we got to remember, this is still, quote unquote, Howie Sirianni's playbook.
And this is Sirianni's guy. Sirianni picked this guy.
Yes, he did. So we'll see. He's going to have a lot to prove, and he's going to have to prove it early. This offense can't go into the first couple of games looking like the end of last season. So he's got some work to do.
100%. Last year I said that Jalen Hurts wasn't going to get. I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I was going to give Nick Sirianni the benefit of the doubt because they had just come off a Super Bowl. Well, they're not coming off a Super Bowl this year.
Nope.
It's fair game now. Nick Sirianni is definitely on the hot seat. No matter, I know how much how good of a record he has. It's still He's still going to be on the hot seat for me now.
Yeah. I told you guys at the end of last season. I said going into the season, both Jalen and Sirianni on the hot seat for me.
Yeah, and I think they are for a lot of guys.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Roster moves and an interesting offseason, to say the least, that has already started. Eagles have lost, like Vic Fangio said, the Eagles are a farm system for the NFL, other NFL's defenses. Reed Blankenship has gone to Houston. Nakobe Dean, who got an offer from the Dallas Cowboys and to go to the Dallas Cowboys, took a less offer and went to the Las Vegas Raiders. Still stuck it to the Cowboys, even though he was leaving.
I like to pat those gentlemen on the back because I'm sure that they were tempted to make that jump to Dallas. I don't know what the reasoning was. Hopefully, it was their loyalty to Philadelphia.
I think so.
That swerved them not to go to Dallas. And I'd like to say thank you to Blankenship and Nakobe Dean for going to their respective teams. Yeah. And I wish them the best of luck.
Yeah. And then we also lost Jalen Phillips. Now, the Eagles did try to sign him, but he got a huge bag from the Carolina Panthers. And you can't, that's what he did. He just took the $170 million. The Eagles weren't going to about to give that to him. So he's gone.
Yeah, I think Howie had a plan to try to get
Max Crosby,
and that kind of fell through. And I'm guessing Howie feels like he can find a player that's a little bit better than Phillips, but we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, even though the Max Crosby deal fell through due to supposed quote unquote
health problems,
I don't think that was the case.
I don't think so.
I actually thought we had another TL scenario in the works for a second there, where he signed with the Ravens, but then he didn't sign with the Ravens, and I thought the Eagles were going to come in last minute and swoop up and get up for like a second.
I remember that. That was the weirdest. That was the weirdest day, man, when that happened.
That was the weirdest day.
Yeah, I was surprised. This the Ravens kind of look like they're really kind of a joke doing this, because they kind of like, I think they might have made this thing up with this whole knee problem so they could get out, because they lost 2 first-round picks, and they ended up signing Trey Hendrickson like 2 days later. That looks very fishy.
There is a conspiracy theory out there that they're saying that they were tampering to try to pull their competition away from signing Max Crosby by doing this. And for Max Crosby, if you listen to his podcast, he said on there that he didn't even meet the GM of the Ravens until 5 hours after his physical.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, and
very
then
weird.
That's when it was announced that they were going to renege on the signing.
Yeah,
but then there's another theory out there that they wanted Hendrickson and Max Crosby to be on that defensive line this season.
That'd be insane if that was the case.
Crazy.
That would be crazy. They could definitely have lost 2 first-round picks and wouldn't have bothered them at all.
No.
So Eagles lost. Who else did they lose? They lose a couple other guys, but they've signed a few guys.
Dotson left.
Yeah, Dotson went to the Falcons. He'll be missed, but again, he's gonna get targeted a lot more now in Atlanta.
Well, it depends on who the quarterback is at that point, right? Because
they got 2 lefty quarterbacks, and I don't know. Can they throw right-handed better? Maybe.
I mean, they're gonna have to bond them together to make one quarterback, because one's got bad knees and one's got a concussion problem.
Yeah, it's really weird how they would sign 2 guys that are essentially the same kind of player.
Yeah,
right.
And
Michael Penix.
Yeah, Penix was
right. They also lost. Let's see, AJ Dillon. He also signed with the Panthers.
I would have left too if he signed me to a contract and barely used me last season.
Yeah, it's I think it's going to be okay. Eagles did sign Damian Pierce free agent from Houston Texans, who
I had him on a fantasy team.
I know. That's one guy you always have on fantasy, and so he wanted to come here because he wanted to play under Saquon Barkley.
Yep. And we still got Tank Bigsby. Don't forget about that.
And still have Tank Bigsby, and they also signed Hollywood Brown.
Yes, they did.
To kind of stretch the offense, I think, which would be an ideal thing to help the Eagles, because stretching the offense last year was one of their most difficult things to do.
Yeah.
So I think doing that is going to help Devontae Smith, AJ. We'll talk about AJ Brown, and they also extended Goddard. They kept pushing Goddard's free agent day off, and they were able to extend him for 1 year. I'd say, that's great. They bolstered the other side of the corner. Quinyon Mitchell has another mate with Tyreek Woolen.
True.
From Seattle. Now, this guy, he's great. He's a great corner. He gives up some big plays, and he also does a lot of taunting. He gets a lot of taunting plays, a lot of taunting penalties.
Yeah, so, if you don't remember him, guys, during the NFC Championship game, he was the one chirping on the sidelines to the Rams, and got called on a 4th down play, a taunting penalty that cost him to go back out on the field.
Yeah. So I think as long as he keeps that under wraps with the Eagles, it should be okay.
They also have to yoke him up a couple times.
They also signed Johnny Mundant. He's a tight end. Jonathan Jones, another corner, and an edge rusher, Arnold. I'm going to kill this guy's name. Ebikiati.
Yeah.
They're all on 1 year deals. These are all 1 year deals. They're going to show what they have in the NFL, and then they'll go somewhere else next year.
Look, Howie. This is Howie's season. Howie is famous for giving these 1 year prove it deals. You know what I mean? And let's see what they do. I know Eagles fans are not very happy with how free agency has been breaking out for the Philadelphia Eagles, but you got to remember, there's a stat out there that teams that sign free agents within the first 3 days of free agency usually don't work out. So Howie's doing his due diligence.
Right. And then the teams that also sign those free agents, they have money to sign because they are so very bad. And so they have that money to spend because their team is very bad.
And the Eagles are number 7 with the amount of money they have to spend this offseason.
And the Eagles aren't that bad.
Yeah.
They also did to make a trade with the Panthers. They got Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket.
Yeah, that happened today. I saw something. I didn't read it.
It happened yesterday. And so because Sam Howell signed with the Cowboys, I believe. So that was their third quarterback last year. And so they'll have Andy Dalton as number 3 and or number 2 if they trade Tanner McKee, which I've heard Tanner McKee might get traded to the Jets. And he'll be the Jets' number 1 quarterback next year.
There is a rumor out there, and I really thought, and I'm watching SportsCenter right now. I just saw Carson Wentz just signed with the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh wow! Okay.
I really thought he was going to sign with New York. I thought he was going to go to New York and have an opportunity to start there.
Because Frank Wright's there. I thought he was definitely going to go to the Jets.
Yeah, so that was my thinking, but I guess not.
Everybody wants to steer clear of the Jets. That's why nobody wants to go touch that team.
I'm sorry. I still live on the saying that the Jets will for as long as they play in Giant Stadium, they will forever be cursed. And
the best quote about the Jets is when Stacy, I can't remember her last name, but she was interviewing Joe Namath on the sidelines of a Jets game, and he was completely shit-faced. And she goes, "How do you? What are your? Can we give us some words about the Jets struggling?" And he goes, "I can care less about the team struggling." It was the funniest thing in the world. And it's right there. Nobody cares. The Jets. Nobody cares about the Jets. Who cares? Even Broadway Joe, who won a Super Bowl for them, does not care.
Well, I think
Man.
Broadway Joe sold his soul for the one Super Bowl that the Jets are ever going to see.
100%. 100%. Let's move on to some AJ Brown drama that's been leaked or like perpetuated by the media, or I would say like he almost kind of has said some shit that would think, wait, why are you saying this stuff, AJ? Like, what is going on? That he was a Patriots fan growing up, and that the whole talk is that he's going to get traded to the Patriots. But look, there's been what, 2 trades involved with wide receivers this offseason. One was Jalen Waddle, and they traded a first-round pick for him.
Yep.
And a third-round pick. And I forget what the other trade was. But it involved another first-round pick. AJ Brown was better than both these players. And so he's going to ask for more than just one first-round pick. That's what I believe.
Yeah, it's going to cost way more. I mean, you're talking about probably one of the perennial wide receivers that are out there right now. Granted, there's rumors out there that he has bad knees, and I think we've experienced the bad knees thing at the end of last season. But he's an older player, and I think Howie's going to try to get as much as he can for him. He's still a great player, so I wouldn't let him go. To be honest with you, I wouldn't let him go for anything less than 2 first-rounders.
I agree. He's still an elite player, and you trade him. If you trade him, your team gets worse, and you are now cap hit. I think if it's before June 1st, it's like $40 million or $43 million. After June 1st, it's $20 million. So if he's going to get traded, it's going to be after June 1st. It's not going to be any time during the draft, and it's not going to be any time soon.
Right.
There was talks with the Rams where it was going to be involved either Puka Nacua or Jared Verse and a couple draft picks, but the Rams kind of backed out because of his age and his injury status. But
which is questionable to me because you guys just signed Devontae Adams last season.
Yeah, so it doesn't make any sense. And unless I hear it like verbatim from the actual source. It's people are making stuff up. I swear, people are making so many things up.
I mean, when you got a president out there making the shit up and just saying lies until people believe that they're truths, what's to stop you from doing the same thing?
Unreal.
Yeah.
All right. So,
here's your question. Do you think AJ is here at the beginning of next season?
As a fan, I say yes. I say yes. I think. What do you say?
As a podcaster, you say no? I don't know.
As a podcaster, with all this talk about being traded, I don't think he's going to be an Eagle in the beginning of the season. I really don't.
I just don't think that anybody's going to give. I don't think anybody's going to give up enough to pull him away from us.
I think Howie's going to get a lot of chatter from his agent and from AJ, and I think it's going to come to a boiling point at some point after June 1st, and Howie's going to pull a trigger somehow on something. I don't want to see AJ Brown go. I like AJ Brown. I don't care what happens to him on the off the field, but on the field he does catch the ball. He did have a bad game in that wild card game, but he's still an elite player. He's not terrible. And if you get rid of him, he's definitely going to make your team worse.
I agree. I don't want to see him go either. However, we don't know what the behind the scenes were, right? Was his meltdown last year due to coaching? Was it him and Jalen? Was it just pure frustration? Are we able to move past it? If we bring him back, is he going to be the good teammate and not, fall back into this whining that he was doing last season? Who knows, right?
Yeah, if Jalen Hurts and him are such great friends, Jalen Hurts was at his pro day. Jalen Hurts was there during the draft when he got drafted. Jalen Hurts is like his godfathers of his kids. Like, I just don't see them wanting to really separate that. Like, why would you want to separate yourself from that? Like, it's a good mix. I think, Hollywood Brown said he came to the Eagles because of Jalen Hurts' deep ball. Like, that's why he came to the Eagles.
Yeah, he's been wanting to play with him.
Yeah, like, I don't see AJ Brown getting, like, there's talks of him getting traded to the Jaguars. I don't see the Jaguars trading for him. I just don't.
No, they don't. I just have enough value for him to go there.
And like the Patriots, if you give them a first rounds, they're not good first round picks because they're going to be later in the draft. You want early first round picks.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen after June 1st, and it's going to have to be a haul to make me satisfied with the fact that they're getting rid of a quality player like that. That's where I'm at.
So, in my frustration of AJ Brown recently, in my Madden franchise mode, I was messing around to see what possibly I can get for AJ Brown.
Yeah.
There was a lot of mixed, young receivers, a lot of draft picks. What I ended up settling on, and not even really settling on, I just wanted to see if it was going to be accepted.
Yeah.
I put AJ out there, and I made it. Well, I offered a trade to the Seattle Seahawks for JSN.
Okay.
And a first round pick, and they accepted it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do that.
A first round pick in 2026 or 2027?
2026.
That's like the last pick of the draft.
Right.
It's tough. But JSN, he had a good year, but did they burn him out in 1 year? I don't know. It's tough.
I mean, he's 23. He's younger.
Yeah.
He's shown that he's got good hands. He's a good route runner.
Yeah. He also got hurt in the Super Bowl. Didn't he get hurt in the Super Bowl?
Yes, he did. He fucked up my parlay. Fucked up my parlay. All just him. I hit everything.
I know.
8-leg parlay. Just him. Just finishing the game. Just a touchdown and let me not get But then I got upset too, Mike, because I made that trade. And now my receivers are Smith, and JSN.
Wow. That's funny. Yeah, you're getting younger, and I guess there's with JSN you get there's upside, right? Because he's younger. So yeah, okay, I'll go for that. But guess what? In real life, that's not happening.
Nah, that'll never happen in real life.
No. Okay, jumping into segment 3 here, we're going to look at the schedule. It's been released of who the Eagles are going to be playing. Their home games are against, of course, Dallas, the Giants, Washington, and Washington. They will also have the Rams at home again.
Okay,
they will be playing the Super Bowl defending champions, Seattle Seahawks at home.
Oh wow!
Yep, they will also see the Carolina Panthers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Indianapolis Colts, and the Houston Texans. So Blake Blankenship will be back. We'll see him.
Nice.
And they are away, of course, Dallas and the Giants and the Washington. We were going away to the Titans, the Jaguars.
Matter of fact, have you seen the Titans' new uniforms? They're kind of fly.
They're pretty cool. Yeah, they're going to have a new stadium. I think this year or next year, they're going to have a brand new stadium. So they're on their way.
Nice.
Rematch against the Bears, another rematch against the 49ers and the lowly Cardinals.
Don't forget about my Jacksonville Jaguars. Did you say that?
Yeah, they said the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yep.
Okay.
one of these games is possible. It's possibly going to be played away, like in Mexico City or England. We're not. I bet I'm going to guess one of those games. Okay. It's either going to be against the Cowboys away in like Mexico City, I think, or they'll play in England against the Jaguars. Because the Eagles have not played one of those international games. They didn't play an international game last year. I would think the Eagles will play one this year. I thought they played in Australia, but that's going to be against.
No, those are West Coast games are going. I think of the Rams.
Yeah, Rams and Seattle, I think, are going to be playing out there.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good schedule. I think it's a very. They can run the table on this schedule.
I mean,
real quick, if you just real quick, like blink of an eye. The teams that show up here, not too scary.
I don't know, because Tennessee, I like their coaching staff right now.
Dable and what the heck's the other guy's name?
Saleh.
Saleh, yeah.
Yeah. So I like them. Chicago is going to be tougher because they're getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona, they just got rid of Gannon. Did they keep Murray? Is Murray still there?
Nope. No. He's with the Vikings.
Yeah, true. Right. So they don't have a quarterback.
Nope.
New York the Giants are gonna be good this year. Well, not good. They're gonna be better than they were.
They'll be better.
Yeah.
They'll be better.
You know, I mean, Pittsburgh is gonna be a different team.
Yep.
Indy, if Daniel Jones is playing, they're a better team.
Panthers these are all playoff teams here too. Panthers,
yeah. Houston,
Steelers.
Look for some revenge for
Blake. Blankenship said on a radio interview, he goes, "It really feels good to come to a team who wants him." Like the Eagles wanted this guy. The Eagles took him out undrafted free agent.
Yeah, true. So the thing that I've heard is that the Eagles didn't match his salary because they felt that they would pay Coop DeJean this upcoming season because Coop DeJean can play 3 positions versus Blankenship who only play 1 position.
Sure. Yeah. So, I don't regret not keeping him. I think it'll be. It's a shame they're getting rid of the exciting whites, but it's. I think I'm not too upset.
Yeah, I mean, you got Makuba behind him. You got to play Makuba at some point. So
yeah.
Makuba, prior to him getting hurt at the beginning of last season, he was a ball hawk. He was creating turnovers, getting picks in preseason, and he got hurt, and we didn't see him for the majority of the season. So
he got hurt during that a little after that Chiefs game. So I think he's going to be a good replacement. I think it's going to be okay losing Blankenship.
Yeah. I think we've gotten better, a little bit better in our secondary. I'm curious to see how he's going to play into the draft. I'm pretty sure that they're going to look both offensive line and defensive line in this draft. But mostly.
I'm glad you brought that up. We will definitely be talking about that on our next podcast. We'll be back in a couple weeks before the draft. We'll do a mock draft, and then we'll discuss any newcomings that are going to have happened between now and then. So on closing, we're going to have a new thing on our closing called the Squawk of the Week. And the Squawk of the Week is you don't sleep on Dallas Goedert this year. He's back on a 1-year deal. He's healthy, and Mannion's in Mannion's new system. I'm predicting a career year for number 88.
Really?
Yeah. So that's it for us. We'll be here every week starting the season, but until then, we'll be every other week, maybe every 2 weeks. We'll see how we can do, what we're going to be doing. Stay close to the radio. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a review. As always, fly Eagles fly. Miguel, take us out.
You already know. Shout out to the newly retired Slay. Even though we won't get into it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We might see you in this season. We'll see. We already know how we do. EAGLES.
Eagles.
Go Birds.
Let's go.
Peace. Welcome back.